Most Dangerous Game was originally a TV show filmed in 15 parts, 8 minutes each for Quibi. That was the app where you watch stuff 8 minutes at a time. Quibi didn't work. So they decided to edit the entire thing together for a 2-hour movie. Now, even though this movie is called Most Dangerous Game, it's actually, which is like the inspiration for Humans Hunting Humans for Sport, is a short story. However, it's called that, but it's more closer to the concept of The Running Man. It is a book by Richard Bachman, not the Schwarzenegger movie, but the book is about a man. I think he has to get money for his daughter's operation or something, so he volunteers to be hunted for a day with these eliminators. And so this is a Humans Hunting Humans for Sport movie, which is one of my favorite subgenres. It also has a pretty decent cast. You got Liam Hemsworth in the everyman role. He's got cancer and bills and a pregnant wife, and he doesn't have any recourse because his father's building, he can't sell it or pitch it to anyone. So he's at the edge of his rope, and he gets propositioned by Miles Sellers, played by Christoph Waltz, who says, if you agree to be hunted for sport, the minimum you can get is $50,000, and you'll get an additional allotment for every hour you survive, totaling up to $24 million. So he decides to go in. The movie's a little bit slow in the pacing department because we don't actually get to the hunt for a good half hour. And his wife is played by Sarah Gadon, whom I really like. So those three kind of, have the star power to bring the movie in. Let's get into what I liked first. The movie feels a little bit fresh because we're doing a Humans Hunting Humans for Sport, but it's taking place in an urban environment. The hunt takes place in the city of Detroit, and there's a large number of rules that he's allowed to do or not do. He's not allowed to get arrested, go to the police, tell anyone about the game. No guns for anyone, so all the hunters have to use whatever weapon they want, but no guns. If he leaves the city limits, the hunt becomes endless, and he has to get killed. And he also has to carry around a cell phone that gives off his location every hour, but also injects money and shows him how much he's going to get. It also gives his location for 15 seconds, so he has to keep moving. So there's a lot of rules system, so it starts off with him doing all this stuff. I like the setting of the urban sort of environment where he has to hide in crowds a lot, and it's sort of like a different feel from dropping someone in a jungle and hunting them with guns, which is what most Humans Hunting for Human Sports movies are. I also like there's a lot of twists and turns. It kept me entertained even though it feels like a lower budget movie. Let's get into some of the cons. The movie feels cheap. I don't know what the budget is, but they're able to get, 3 solid actors. But the movie has this sort of TV kind of budget feel. The villain actors, there's 5 of them, the hunters. They could be anyone, so a lot of the fun comes from oh no, is that homeless man on the street giving me side-eye going to be the killer, or is it going to be that guy directing traffic? So there's a lot of fun with that, but the 5 of them are very generic. They're just psychos that want to hunt people, and there's a lot of other weird plot holes and stuff. For example, there's a scene where he's going to walk into a mall, but someone takes a shot at him, and it doesn't make any sense because they said no guns. I don't know if that was a weird edit or something. I also didn't like, the plot holes for mainly. There's a lot of weird believability things too. I can't really get into it, but there's a scene where he's supposed to get money, but he doesn't. Because when you do the game, you're not allowed to have your ID on you or any money. You have to steal if you want. And he steals some money, but he doesn't use it. And he also doesn't go eat or anything throughout the movie, which is dumb because he's supposed to be running all day. And the plot, can you feel a little, the climax in itself feels a little bit anticlimactic as well. But it's just an entertaining movie. You don't put too much stock into it. For me, I just felt like it. There's a lot of weird tangents too. There's a scene where he gets taken hostage by gangbangers, and then someone comes for him. There's also some other cool world building stuff, like Miles, the overseer. He basically has this room, and they can keep an eye on him and stuff. And there's also hidden sort of agents to keep an eye to make sure he's following the rules. So I liked how it was almost like a shadowy conspiracy thing. So overall, Most Dangerous Game isn't the worst movie in the world, but I'm a little bit biased because I enjoy Humans Hunting Humans for Sport movie. But then looking at it again, if the movie didn't have the star power of Liam Hemsworth, Sarah Gadon, and Christoph Waltz, I wouldn't have given it a second glance because the movie feels cheap already as it is, and there's just some weird glaring character errors. Like there's this, so I can't get into it because of spoilers, but yeah, there's just some weird moments here and there. Overall, you know, you turn your brain off. It's a little long, but you know, this was meant to be a sort of experiment where you watch an action movie in parts for 8 minutes at a time, and putting it all together in one movie feels a little bit long. But overall, I was entertained and I got, you know, my entertainment value worth. So I give Most Dangerous Game a 6 out of 10.